Yes, thank you so much. So today is just a brief introduction to information technology and a preamble. We'll be going through the course outline and what you are expected to know. Uh, it is no doubt, it is no news, rather, that you are in a technological world. The world has become a global village, such that it is relatively easy for you to do so many things with the help of technology. And everybody in today's world is expected to be tech savvy. And this includes accountants and accounting technicians. That means you are not going to be left behind. You have to catch up with the world today by being tech savvy. An accountant today does not have a place if he or she is not tech savvy. That's why you should take this course seriously. I'm going to be taking you from the point of view of, I'm going to be taking care of this course from two views, from the theoretical view and from the practical view. I hope you will enjoy this course with me, and I promise to do my best in ensuring that I give you my very best, both from a theoretical and the practical aspect. So chapter one says data and information. So we'll be looking at data and information. Data is the raw input, while information is the output of processed data. So we'll be looking at the different subtopics under data and the information. Chapter two, chapter two talks about hardware fundamentals. So when you talk about hardware in um, in IT, we are talking about those things, those components that you can see and feel that makes up that allows you to do certain things using technology. For example, a laptop, which is also a computer, or a desktop, which is also a type of computer, are those hardwares that assist you to do certain things. There are other things like routers, UPS, CPU, that are components or that are also known as hardware. So, but the first thing you have to know about hardware is that they can be seen with the eyes and they can be touched. So anytime you hear hardware in information technology, they are talking about things that can be seen with the eyes and they can be felt. Thereafter, we move to computer softwares. So softwares, of course, is the opposite of hardware. So these are the things that they cannot be felt. They can, and you cannot necessarily say you can see them with their eyes. There are a series of codes that actually makes a software. There are things that makes certain things possible for you using technology, but you cannot actually touch them, but you can use them to process data to give you meaningful information. There are different types of computer softwares. We'll be looking at them, we'll be discussing them in this um, during this our different sessions on information technology. For example, Microsoft Word or Microsoft Office, which comprises of Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, can be known as softwares. So Microsoft Word, for example, lets you do some word processing, like typing of documents, like sending of emails. Excel lets you do some Excel allows you to arrange data in arrays in different cells. So you can do lots of things with softwares on your phones. Applications, mobile applications too can be categorized under softwares also, which allows you to do so many things. For example, the Zoom app we are using at the moment is an application that is a software that lets us learn online, that lets us have meeting online. So that's it about software. Then in chapter 4, we'll be discussing data processing. Of course, data are raw inputs and they do not make any sense to us until they're processed. So data, for example, data uh, on computers are processed by the CPU, the central processing unit, to produce an output, which is always known as information. So these data in their raw form, we cannot use them. They do not make any sense to us until they are processed and give us meaningful information. So data processing is what we are going to be discussing in chapter 4. Then in chapter 5, we'll be discussing computer networks. There are different types of computer networks, and we'll be discussing them. We have LAN, we have WAN, we have MAN. LAN means local area network. WAN means wide area networks. We are going to be discussing them, not going to be discussing about the different protocols. We're going to be discussing about the internet as a whole. We will also discuss the differences between intranet and extranet in this course. Very important. Cloud computing, social and business communication on the net, other applications of the internet. This chapter is very important, and I'm sure most of you will be able to relate. You would understand how the internet works and the possibility of the internet. So that will be discussed over the next 10 weeks by God's grace. So at this point, let me ask you guys, do you have any questions? If you don't have any questions for me, I have for you. So it's better you have questions for me so that I don't have the chance to ask you any question. So Ifeolu, Abadawe, Elizabeth, let me take your questions now. I want to take your questions. Now. Are you guys with me? Or am I just blabbing? Aziz, Moturayo, Elizabeth, Obadawe. Elizabeth, where is your friend?
So she's busy.
She's busy. This is class, so she shouldn't be busy. So, any questions so far? Okay, let me ask you questions then. Let me start with Elizabeth. Somebody's run away again. Okay, maybe it's the network. Elizabeth, mention 2 hardware components for me. Oh, so sorry. I can't see the network. Aziz Motura, okay, she's back now.
Router
They said what?
flash drive.
Flash drive. Okay, not bad. Yes,
So,
flash drive is.
so can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
I
you.
said flash drive.
Okay, one more.
Keyboard.
Keyboard. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. That's very good. So Aziz Motura,
So
give me 2 examples of software components.
the floppy disks.
Floppy disks. Floppy disks will still fall under hardware. So softwares, you cannot touch them. You can touch a floppy disk. So it doesn't fall under hardware. So softwares are things that you cannot touch, and they help to process data. Yeah, I'm with you.
Is my speaker, sorry, microphone, is it part of a software?
No, microphone is part of hardware because you can touch it.
Okay, so.
Yes, you can touch it. So you cannot say microphone.
Baby, where are you?
Can that person mute his mic, please? So softwares, I gave examples of softwares earlier. So like I said, this course is easy to pass, but you need to be very careful. So I gave examples of softwares earlier. So I said your Microsoft Office applications. All the Microsoft Office applications that you see on your computer, like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint.
So is Adobe a part of software?
Yes, it is a software. Adobe is part of. Yes, Acrobat Reader is part of your.
Acrobat.
Yes, yes, all those things that you use to carry out certain tasks on your computer, all those pre-installed applications,
Like the
and the
Sage
ones that
50,
you
sir.
download. Yes, Sage 50 is the software that helps you process your accounting data and turns it into meaningful information. So it helps you to get reports, certain reports, maybe on a monthly basis, maybe it's your P or L statement, maybe it's your balance sheet. It helps you to process your raw data. If I just give you a list of accounting data now, I can't make, it's not an accounting information because I cannot make it. I just tell you, this expenses, these are my expenses, this is the amount I paid as salary. I cannot make a decision with that kind of data. So before I can make a decision with that kind of data, it has to be processed. Yes, you can do this manually. In fact, you will do this manually during your exams, in which you'll be given some raw data and you'll be saying, prepare so report or statement, prepare POL account, statement of comprehensive income, statement of cash flow, statement of balance sheet. Now, by the time you are now done, you now have information that users of accounting information can make meaning. They can make decision with. Hope you guys are getting me.
Yes, sir.
So one thing about hardware is that you can see them and you can touch them. Software, you can see them, but you cannot touch them. So that's how you'll be able to differentiate both of them. So let's continue. In chapter 6, we'll be talking about system development and issues in computer security. This is also easier. So that is it. It's very easy. Just 6 chapters. Just 6 chapters. So about we will be taking it. So very, very easy. I can tell you information technology is very easy to pass. So let's quickly go through the aims and objectives of this course. So aim to develop a practical knowledge and understanding of the role of information and communication technologies in an organization with special reference to the accounting function. So let's read that again. To develop a practical knowledge and understanding of the role of information and communication technologies in an organization with special reference to the accounting functions. You see that from my previous statements, I mentioned information a lot. Information, information, information. It's very important. I said accounting information at one point. So that is the essence of taking this course. IT is essential for everyone at the moment, and accountants are not left out. So let's read out the objectives. On completion of this paper, candidates should be able to have an understanding of roles of information technology to an organization, understand the communication support systems, describe the hardware and software systems of microcomputers, have knowledge of the main features of integrated packages with reference to word processing, database, spreadsheet, PowerPoint, and other accounting packages. You can see these are the softwares that we spoke about just a few minutes ago. Word processing, that is taken care of Microsoft Word. Database can be taken care of by Microsoft Access or Microsoft Excel. Spreadsheet is taken care of by Microsoft Excel. PowerPoint is taken care by Microsoft PowerPoint and other accounting packages. So at this point now, I'm going to ask you guys question. Each of you should mention at least one accounting software that you know. Just one. So who is going first?
Class. Thank you.
Who is going first? Elizabeth. Okay.
Sir?
Mention one accounting package, accounting software or account package that you know.
Sir, Sage.
Sage, yes. Sage is an accounting software.
So, QuickBook.
Yes, very good, Aziz Boturayo. QuickBooks is also an accounting software. Faith Ifeolu, give us an accounting software. Apart from, I know Sage and QuickBooks are the popular ones, but there are many others. There are many others. Okay, so we have Tally also. Has anybody heard of Tally?
Yes.
Has any of you heard of Tally?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, there's also Tally. There are other ones also. So that's your assignment number 1. Write, research and write out 10 accounting packages. Write it down now. Let me use the whiteboard so that you guys listen? Assignment to go and find out, go and Google it or do your research on 10 accounting packages. Let me use my own whiteboard. This down. Have you guys written it down? Hello, please respond.
Yes, sir.
So what did I tell you? Go and research about 10 accounting packages. And that's your question number 1 for today.
Okay, sir.
So let's continue. He says, describe the work practices for monitoring and maintaining security of the computer environment. So I'm sure the word cybersecurity is not new to you guys. There are different security issues today on the internet. One of them is cyberbullying. I hope you guys have also heard about that. Well, if you are just hearing that for the first time, no problems. We're going to be discussing them in this class also. Number 6 is be well acquainted on recent development in information and communication technologies. This is also very important. What are the recent developments? Have you guys heard about metaverse? Have you heard about, apart from metaverse, have you heard about AI, artificial intelligence, or AR,
Yes, sir.
artificial reality, or VR, virtual reality? So those are some recent developments. There's also Web3 also. These are some of the recent developments in information. Another thing that, or another recent development in the information and communication technology that that should be known by accountants is the issue of cryptocurrency. I'm sure cryptocurrency is not new to you. So hopefully we are going to be discussing about cryptocurrencies, the different examples of cryptocurrencies, how it works, the benefits, and the shortfalls of cryptocurrencies. I'm sure you guys have heard how Bitcoin was fluctuating
Yes.
at a certain time. So it relates to what accountants should know. Should cryptocurrencies should they be accepted as a means of payment? Should they be recognized as money? Should they be recognized as mode of payment? You need to acquaint yourself with such knowledge. 7 says, understand how accounting functions are affected by information and communication technology. I'm sure you've heard me mention accounting information, accounting financial, accounting information. So now we're going to understand how accounting functions are affected by information and communication technologies. Lastly, also, one of the objectives of this course is to interact with the operating system. interact with the operating system. So I want just two people, one each. Tell me one of the computer operating systems that you know. Aziz Moturayo, tell me one
So,
operating system that you know. Computer operating system. Computers have operating systems. Phones too have operating systems. So, but I want the one for computers. It is very popular. So it's something everybody should know.
the Microsoft window.
Yes, thank you so much. Microsoft Windows. And over the years, we have had different Microsoft Windows. We've had Windows 7, we've had Windows 8. I think currently
Windows 10.
Windows 10. Thank you. So every time they keep building a better version of the previous Windows that they did, they keep upgrading, they keep adding more features. So it's the operating system that lets your computer come alive and lets you do all the tasks you are able to do on your computer. A computer will never work without an operating system. You need that operating system for different tasks to function. So Windows is very correct. Microsoft Windows. Can somebody mention another one?
Sir, Linux.
Linux, yes. Thank you. Yeah, Linux is very correct. So, and for Apple, we have what do they call it? iOS. Thank you. So on your mobile phones also, you have operating system. So the Android, for example, is an operating system, which lets your mobile phones to function. So you usually hear that, what kind of phone are you using? Is it that your phone is using Android, or is using iOS, or is using Windows? Those are the three popular ones. There could be other operating systems for phones, but those are the three popular ones in the world at the moment. So your mobile phones will be using one of those operating systems. Without it, if your phone is not Android or doesn't have the Android function and it's maybe a Samsung, for example, your phone cannot do anything. You won't be able to do anything. You won't be able to launch an application such as your Instagram. Even this Zoom will not be possible except you have that operating system on your phone. So that is it. So let's talk about the structure of the exam. So how does it work? So the paper will be a 3-hour paper divided into 2 sections. Section A, 50 marks. This shall consist of 50 compulsory questions made up of 30 multiple choice questions, 20 short answer questions covering the entire syllabus. So for me, you should be able to score at least 40. That's the least. If you cannot score 50-50, the least you should be able to score here is 50. And I will show you how you can score 50 here. It is very easy. For the multiple choice questions, you can score as high as 25, minimum of 25. And in the short answer questions, you should be able to score as high as 15, if not the whole 20. These are easy ways you can get your marks. It's not so much difficult. We are going to show you how you are going to do that. Then this section B is also made up of 50 questions, 50 marks rather. 6 questions, out of which candidates are expected to answer 4, each attracting 12.5 marks. That is also easy for you. You can actually answer those questions and get your marks. We will show you how you will do that. So please follow us. Make sure you attend your classes. Make sure you take your assignments seriously. When we have class, make sure you attend. All our classes are recorded. So you can always go back to your recordings. You can always go back to your recordings and listen to what we discuss in class. So that is it. Here shows the breakdown of the different chapters and the marks it attracts also. So most of them 17.5%. Only information processing is 12.5. Other ones are 17.5%. So almost equal. So this actually shows you that every chapter of the syllabus is important, and at least a question will come out from each of them. And there are 6. There are 6 chapters. And there's going to be 6 questions that will be asked in your this thing, in the theoretical part, which shows that every question is going, the whole syllabus is going to be well covered. So you should take every chapter seriously. So that is it, and that will be it for today. So next week we are going to start the main job. So to start looking at each of the chapters one after the other. So I will prepare a lesson note. I will prepare a lesson note. So of course we'll be taking it chapter by chapter. So what you have to go and do now is to go and read this chapter 1 ahead of the class. So that when I come into the class, you are flowing with me. I'm asking you questions and you're answering me. I don't want to ask you a question on hardware and you'll be giving me a different answer. I'll be asking you questions on software and you'll be giving me a different answer. So also don't forget your assignment, which is on accounting software. So list 10 accounting softwares that you know. Go and make your research on the internet. 10 accounting softwares. I will also be asking you some questions on the chapter 1 before we start our classes tomorrow, or next week rather. So before I say goodbye today, do you guys have any question?
No, sir.
Aziz Moturayo.
No, sir.
Obadawe. Obadawe, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
So any question, if there's anything I've said that you don't understand, that you want me to explain again, just let me know. I am available. And if you don't remember any now and you remember later, you can always drop a message in the chat, the group chat. You can always drop a message there. So this video will be available to you later for you to watch. So I've given you 2 assignments today. One is to list 10 accounting softwares. So this is to be submitted by not later than midday on Wednesday. So go on the internet, go and find out about the different accounting softwares that are available. So also try and know what they can do also. It's important. Then the second assignment is to read the chapter 1 of your study pack, which is data and information. It is pronounced data, not data. Data and information. So read that topic ahead. I'm going to start my class next week by asking you questions on that chapter. Please be prepared. Please be prepared. Like I say, it is very important that you prepare. Sorry about that. So I said, try and get a small note where you'll be jotting bullet points. We are going to summarize this study text into a small note. Explanations will be given. You will jot down the bullet points. So by the time we summarize everything, it's going to make it easy for you to recall what we have learned in class. It will also make it easy for you to revise when exam is coming close. So that will be the end of today's class. I wish you all success in the coming week and in your endeavors. Do have a lovely day. Bye.